What is up everybody and welcome back to another Among Us video. So we can all agree that the rivalry between the crewmates and imposters is really interesting. Both sides are equally as powerful, and neither side wants to give up. Both sides also have great leaders that are determined to win. On the side of the imposters, we have Murray, the king of Polus. We have Ivan, the king of imposters. Red, the supreme imposter, and Ion, the king of the underworld. But you don't have to be a leader to make an impact. And I'm referring to Saboteur, one of the most powerful and feared imposters in all of Among Us. And I'm here to tell you his story. And before we get any further into this video, if you enjoy my content and want to see more, make sure to drop a like down below. That way I know you want to see more of these type of videos. And if you're new to the channel and enjoy my content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you won't miss out on any of my story videos. But now let's begin with the story of Saboteur. So who is Saboteur? Saboteur is an imposter that has no regrets. He doesn't have any boundaries or limits. As long as he's happy, that's all that matters. Which is why he's loved by his leaders, because Saboteur does everything in his power to win. But Saboteur wasn't always like this. He was originally from Polus' sister planet, which is a home to many imposters. The imposters are an alien species that are filled with evil, and when they faced their crewmates, they knew that they were gonna need some firepower. And that's what they got with Saboteur. Saboteur was one of many creatures that managed to survive Chrono's heat wave, which wiped out most of the planet's life. Only the strongest survived, and Saboteur was one of these creatures. Saboteur spent most of his life alone. He would walk around the planet looking for food, because the living conditions were harsh. One day while Saboteur was sleeping, Dark made it to the planet and converted many of the creatures into imposters. One of these creatures was Saboteur. There were also other creatures that were turned into imposters, such as Riot and Red's family, but Dark just assumed that they were all brothers. And since Dark and Chrono were busy taking over the universe, he put someone else under control, which was Ion, the king of the underworld. Dark would also eventually promote Red into the supreme imposter, just because he was ruthless and sparked so much fear across every single crewmate. And now Saboteur was under Red's control, as well as other imposters such as Ivan and Murray, and Saboteur greatly respected them. Saboteur would go on several missions taking down the crewmates, and he was loved by all his leaders. Saboteur spent the majority of his time on the map of Polus. The planet was very similar to his home, which is why he decided to live here, and he would eventually build a great bond with Murray. Whenever Murray needed some help fighting back the crewmates, Saboteur would always jump in and help. As you can see by this image, Murray and Saboteur took out almost every single crewmate on Polus. And this is also the location that you can summon Saboteur. The crewmates were unable to fight back, and lost control of the base for several weeks, up until more crewmates arrived, and they would eventually push back Saboteur and Murray back into hiding. The story of the imposters is honestly really interesting. It's crazy to believe that they were aliens, and these aliens now have a rivalry with the crewmates. So who knows what the outcome will be. But the thing that we do know is that Saboteur and the rest of the imposters don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So whenever you're playing on the map of Polus, make sure you're careful, because Saboteur may be watching every single move you do. And that's the story of Saboteur. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more, make sure to drop a like down below. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. If you want to support a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to this channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you won't miss out on any of my videos. And if you want to see more, check out these other stories.